Zidane. After Vinicius faces injustice after losing the Ballon d'Or. In an extended statement, former Real Madrid coach and icon Zinedine Zidane expressed his full support for Real Madrid's stance following Vinicius Jr.'s loss of the 2024 Ballon d'Or award. Zidane acknowledged the club's decision to boycott the Ballon d'Or ceremony as a way to express dissatisfaction over the neglect of the young player's efforts, saying, "I completely understand Real Madrid's feelings. Vinicius had an incredible season, deserving every bit of recognition, and the club was justified in rejecting this unfairness. When a player of Vinicius's caliber isn't given the recognition he deserves, it's natural for the club to feel compelled to stand with him." Zidane added, "Vinicius wasn't just a player scoring goals, but was the beating heart of Real Madrid in many matches, possessing the courage and determination that defines true stars. This player has proven time and again that he can make a difference, achieving accomplishments that should not be overlooked. It's painful to see his efforts pass unnoticed in awards that should mirror what happens on the pitch." He also referred to the strained relationship between Real Madrid and UEFA, hinting that these tensions may have influenced the decision to deny Vinicius the award. He explained, "Everyone knows the relationship between Real Madrid and UEFA has been rocky since the European Super League issue. It's unfortunate when sporting decisions extend beyond the field. Individual awards should be based solely on performance and merit within the stadium, and should not be influenced by external factors." Zidane expressed his disappointment at how things have escalated, adding, "Football is an honest, competitive sport, and it's painful to see players like Vinicius affected by matters beyond their control. We in football believe individual awards should be given to players based on their performance and character on the pitch, not linked to any external considerations." He also discussed the impact of this loss on Vinicius, saying, "Vinicius is a young player with a bright future, and I know moments like this can be disheartening. But I believe in his abilities, and I think he'll learn from this experience and use it as motivation to keep developing and shining. This isn't the end. It's the beginning of a long path filled with challenges and achievements that will make him a global star." Regarding the club's decision to boycott the Ballon d'Or ceremony and not send a delegation to Paris, Zidane said, "This decision reflects Real Madrid's commitment to its principles and the values of its players. It reaffirms that the club doesn't accept injustice and rejects any disregard for its players' efforts. Real Madrid is a club that knows how to protect its interests and stand with its players at all times, and this sets it apart from others." Zidane concluded with a message to Vinicius, "Keep working, and know that Real Madrid and its fans believe in you and support you. The Ballon d'Or isn't everything. Real appreciation comes from the fans' love and trust in you. Keep giving your best, and success will be waiting for you on your path." With this statement, Zinedine Zidane expressed his full support for Real Madrid's decision, stressing that the club had every right to voice its discontent and highlighting the need for individual awards to be fair and solely based on performance on the pitch. Valencia requests to postpone Real Madrid clash. The management of Valencia Club submitted an official request today, Wednesday, to postpone their match against Real Madrid, scheduled to take place next Saturday at the Mestalla Stadium as part of La Liga's 12th round. According to the Spanish newspaper AS IAS, Valencia officially requested the La Liga Association to postpone the match due to a storm that recently struck the city. A hurricane recently hit the city of Valencia, resulting in over 50 people being displaced, with others still missing. It is expected that the government's head, Carlos Mazón, will announce an official mourning period across Valencia, and a decision to postpone the match may be issued in the coming hours, especially with the possibility of the casualty count increasing. The newspaper noted that Real Madrid is prepared to accept the decision to postpone their match with Valencia due to the natural disaster. Son of late star trains with Real Madrid for the first time. Real Madrid resumed training, attempting to recover from the double blow of a 4-0 defeat to Barcelona in El Clásico and Vinicius Jr.'s Ballon d'Or loss. Manager Carlo Ancelotti called up a promising young player to train with the team for the first time, the son of a former Real Madrid star. José Antonio Reyes Lopez, aged 17 and the son of the late Reyes, who once played for Real Madrid, Arsenal, and Atletico Madrid, trained with the team after being promoted from the youth squad for the first time. Reyes Jr. is a regular with Spain's under-17 national team and is considered one of Real Madrid's promising talents. Ancelotti granted him this rare training opportunity with the first team to boost his morale. Reyes Jr. joined Real Madrid's youth divisions in 2019 and recently renewed his contract with the club. He may even appear in the Copa del Rey this season. Reyes Sr. played one historic season with Real Madrid on loan from Arsenal, remembered by many for his famous goal against Mallorca, which secured the La Liga title on the final day. Reyes passed away on June 1, 2019, in a car accident at the age of 35. Real Madrid, currently second in La Liga and 6 points behind Barcelona, is preparing for a league match against Valencia on Saturday, which may be postponed due to the flooding disaster in Valencia. Real Madrid prepares to begin negotiations with Ancelotti's successor. Real Madrid is currently preparing to enter official negotiations in the coming period with a replacement coach to succeed Italian Carlo Ancelotti in his position. The club plans to replace the Italian coach at the end of the season, following the team's disappointing performance in El Clasico, with a 4-0 defeat, along with their recent dip in form in the Champions League. According to the Spanish newspaper Sport, Real Madrid's management, led by Florentino Perez, has instructed the club's recruitment committee to start talks with the current manager of German club Bayer Leverkusen, Xabi Alonso. The report notes that Alonso is held in high regard by Real Madrid's management, especially after his success with Bayer Leverkusen, winning the Bundesliga title last season. The newspaper also confirmed that Xabi Alonso is open to taking over as Real Madrid's head coach and is simply awaiting Carlo Ancelotti's departure to assume the role. In a related matter, the Spanish channel Relevo reported that Real Madrid has informed Valencia of its agreement to postpone their scheduled match on Saturday at Valencia's stadium. This gesture of solidarity comes due to the flooding that hit the city early today, resulting in dozens of casualties in Valencia province. Real Madrid players observed a minute of silence before training today in memory of those lost in Valencia's tragedy, where hurricanes and floods have claimed over 50 lives, with many more missing in the city. Meanwhile, there has been rising frustration within Real Madrid over Brazilian Vinicius Jr.'s Ballon d'Or snub, with the award going instead to Manchester City's midfielder Rodri. The club's management believes there is a genuine conspiracy against them by UEFA due to their push for the European Super League project. Real Madrid's board boycotted the Ballon d'Or ceremony, and Carlo Ancelotti, who won the award for Best Coach in the World, also received. Valencia fans prepare chants to mock Vinicius after his Ballon d'Or loss. Real Madrid, led by its star Vinicius Jr., faces Valencia in La Liga just a few days after Vinicius lost the 2024 Ballon d'Or, awarded to the best player in the world by France Football. Many considered the Ballon d'Or guaranteed for Vinicius after he led Real Madrid to win both the La Liga and the Champions League titles last season. However, contrary to all expectations, the award went to Rodri Hernandez, the best player in Manchester City, champions of the Premier League and Europe with the Spanish national team. Real Madrid enters the upcoming match against Valencia with memories of its recent visits to the Mestalla Stadium due to racist chants directed at the Brazilian star, which had serious consequences later, as several Valencia fans were sentenced to 8 months in prison for the racist abuse they directed at the Merengue star. However, Spanish radio Cadena Ser reported that Valencia fans decided, via social media, to give Brazilian Vinicius Jr. a special welcome on Saturday, following his Ballon d'Or loss to Rodri. The Spanish radio stated that Valencia fans have prepared special chants for the Royal Club star to mock him after losing the Ballon d'Or, with the largest number of people possible inside the Mestalla Stadium singing to the Brazilian "Beach Ball, Vinicius, Beach Ball," referencing his loss of the Ballon d'Or. The Royal Club's delegation did not travel to Paris after learning that their star lost to Rodri. The report indicated that the suggestion was well received by fans, not only those supporting Valencia, but also from supporters of other teams. In the last 2 visits of Real Madrid to Valencia's home ground, there were incidents of racism against the Brazilian, with several fans being sentenced to 8 months in prison for the racist chants directed at the Real Madrid star. The incident occurred on May 21st during a match between Valencia and Real Madrid at the Mestalla Stadium. The Real Madrid star managed to identify one of the accused, while two others were identified through surveillance cameras in the stadium. The match was stopped several times after Vinicius faced racist abuse from Valencia fans, who referred to him as a monkey, prompting the match referee, Ricardo de Burgos Bengoechea, to speak with stadium officials who requested over the loudspeakers that the racist abuse stop immediately for the match to continue. The Brazilian player was sent off in stoppage time, amid clashes between both sides, prompting the VAR referee to decide that Vini's challenge on Valencia striker Hugo Duro warranted a red card. The case, which is the first of its kind in Spain, was brought based on a complaint from La Liga, supported by the Spanish Football Federation, Real Madrid, and also Vinicius Jr. New comment from...
Vâng, và trước khi tiếp tục video, thì các quý vị đang xem video thấy hay thì like, comment và đăng ký ủng hộ kênh với nhé. Một lần nữa xin chân thành cảm ơn quý vị rất nhiều.
Real Madrid targets two stars from Chelsea and Tottenham. The management of Real Madrid has prepared a plan to bring in new players during the upcoming winter and summer transfer windows to strengthen the squad and fill gaps, especially after consecutive injuries to defenders, notably Dani Carvajal and David Alaba. The Royal team's transfer activity, led by President Florentino Perez, was somewhat quiet last summer, as they only signed French striker Kylian Mbappé from Paris Saint-Germain and young Brazilian striker Endrick from Palmeiras. After having played 11 matches of the new season in La Liga, it seems that the Royal team needs new reinforcements, as local media have linked them in recent hours to two names from the Premier League. According to the newspaper AS, Real Madrid is targeting to sign Spanish right-back Pedro Porro from Tottenham Hotspur, seeing him as the suitable successor to current right-back Carvajal, who is nearing his 33rd birthday and approaching the end of his career with the team. The interest of the Merengues in Porro is not new, as the Spanish international was on the club's agenda in the summer of 2023, before Tottenham successfully completed the deal, purchasing him from Sporting Lisbon for €40 million. The second name that Real Madrid has shown interest in signing is Argentine midfielder Enzo Fernandez from Chelsea. The platform Football Fancast reported that Madrid is willing to make a swap deal with the Blues, which would involve French midfielder Aurélien Tchouameni. Fernandez's reputation rose due to his outstanding performances in the 2022 Qatar World Cup, where he excelled in Argentina's midfield and led them to win the title for the third time in their history. This was the beginning of the player's real rise. A month after the World Cup, Chelsea paid €121 million to sign Fernandez from Benfica in a record deal. Now, reports indicate that Real Madrid is ready to include Tchouameni in a swap deal with Chelsea, whereby the Royal club would obtain Fernandez, and Tchouameni would similarly move to the London team.